So today we are ready for episode 5, and as we always do before we get into the topic, Dennis is going to share some business insight for us. Thank you all so much for being here with us, supporting us so far. We really appreciate your support. So stay tuned for the business insight.
Yes, so today we're discussing how to set up and to be legally recognized as a business. It is very important that anytime you start a business, you get the grounds very much rooted, just so you won't be found wanting in terms of compliance risk, where you get to places where you can raise funds, or you get places where you want to get some contracts or do business with other people and they feel like you are not legally recognized or you've not been compliant with the laws, especially in the UK. I will refer everything I'm saying to the UK. If you have a business that is running or you want to start a business, you can now register your business, or even as you're doing a business, or you can register before you start. So this is what it means. You can register a business before you start, or if you have started, you can still register as soon as possible, because it's very important to get on point. Yeah. So all I'm going to talk about is for the start, but like I said, it should also refer to those who have started but they have not registered. You can just go to gov.uk, and it's the most important thing to do when setting up any business in the UK. Go to gov.uk, just go to Companies House and start registering your business. Information that they need is just ones that you have already: your name as it is on your ID, your address, the kind of business. There is something called SIC, which you can choose 4 of. That is the core function of your business. So if it's real estate, if it is retail, it is software, IT, whatever, you see all the SIC codes there. You choose ones that are relatable to your business. If you are futuristic enough and you want to choose 3 more, you can choose, because maybe you want to use the same company name to do other things. So you can choose them. You give them your address, and that is it. You appoint directors. So director is the person who is in charge of the business. So if it is 2 of you or 3 or 4 of you, you can choose. Most of the time, they want you to choose a secretary. So if you are 2 people in the business, one of you can be director, another person can be a secretary. Then, of course, you also have to appoint directors, and also have to, choose your stakeholders. So, for instance, if myself and you are starting a business, we can go on 50-50. That means we all are, we have equal shares in the business. We can pick our shares, whether 5,000 shares, 10,000 or 1,000 shares. So that means mine is 500, just 500. And that is it. That doesn't mean that will be the shares of your business. You go IPO. That is initial public offer, when you go to a stock. When you list publicly, let me just put it that way. It can change anytime, but for the start, there should be some countable shares to say that this is a share we're splitting between ourselves. If it's just you, then you know that all you are doing is just a person, and it's solely you. So it could be whether 1,000 shares, whether 100 shares, or whether 10 shares. That is just yours. Again, there is one thing you need to also recognize: whether you are just registering as a sole proprietor, or you are just registering as a limited liability company. With a sole proprietor, is quite attached to you. When the business lose, it is just you, and it's most of the time what people who are self-employed do. They register themselves as sole proprietors, and it is them in the business. So the business accounts really revolves around them. But for a limited liability company, you are just creating a company that is limited in liability. So if the company runs at a loss, you as a person have not run at a loss. That's what is recommended most of the time, so that you separate your personal life from the company. Of course, the company can pay you as a person or as an employee. Then that's your. When you submit it, most of the time, it comes back with an HMRC unit tax reference. That's UTR. If it doesn't, you have to call HMRC to also get unit tax reference. That is comparable to what you have as NI. So as a person, you have an NI or a unit tax reference. But for businesses, they only have unit tax references. So you can have your own NI as a person that pays tax. You can have a unit tax reference as a self-employed taxpayer. But your business can also have a unit tax reference as a corporate taxpayer. Okay. Because as a business, when you make profit, you need to pay corporate taxes. And of course, in the future, if your income or your revenue is around 80K, then you also qualify to also, collect VAT or anything. So you can also register to get a VAT ID and move on. Down the lane, you can also, if you have employees, you should register for employee reference number, which will allow you to also, pay people with their NI and submit real-time information about your payments to HMRC. Yes, so they can deduct their NI from them vis-a-vis their tax code and everything. So that is how it works. If you are not comfortable with your address, your home address, perhaps you are renting, you can't use your landlord's address. There are agencies or companies. I'm not going to mention them because of the fact that none of them has given us money to advertise them. Yes, yeah. So you can just search online. You find companies that can give you address that you pay for.
Okay.
So it's a paid address. It makes you look good because people will search you and feel like, what kind of business is in a flat? Imagine your address is flat 19. So get an address that looks good, and it's an official thing. It's nothing like sneaky. When your letters come, they open it, and of course these are business letters. They send it to you via email. If you want them to post it to you, you also pay for that service.
Yeah.
They'll also post your letters to you all the time. So your address is sorted, your registration is sorted, and one key thing is your business name. After you have prayed about it, go. It's not yours. The fact that you prayed about business name doesn't mean you own it. When you go online, it might be that it has been taken.
Taken already.
Yeah. And that is how I own Kumerica. Because when I registered Kumerica Limited, nobody had taken it. And later I went to see somebody else opened Kumerica what they attach something. But the word Kumerica belongs to me here in the UK. You can't take it.
Yeah.
It is mine. Yeah. So make sure you've taken it. If you have a business name, go and search it. Register it as soon as possible before you even start. Because a business name that you have dreamt of, prayed about, and really wish would be for business would have been taken by the time you are aware. Yeah, so that is it. Next time we can discuss about also creating a website, getting a domain name as soon as you can. So let's leave it here. You can get more information on gov.uk and it will be very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.